scared. They're like, I don't know what to do.
But y'all ain't even on camera though. Y'all need to. Now, how everybody doing?
Y'all don't sound like y'all perked up.
Y'all done got free drinks. We networking. We talking. How you ladies doing? How everybody doing?
There's fellas here too.
Don't forget about the fellas.
Right.
All right, Koya. Okay, ladies, so I just want to thank everybody for coming out to Très Chic in the City, Conversation and Cocktails for our first night at the Broadway. We are super excited. Are y'all excited for us? Yes. Like, this is super dope. We wanted to bring something where we can be intimate with you guys, and next time, make sure y'all bring the fellas, husbands, boyfriends, or whatever that other thing y'all call them. I forgot what they was calling them last night. What's the thing they called them in? So you have the... It was people in here like 50 and 60, so they had the names down pat.
Oh.
And so I can't remember what they was calling the side piece or whatever the case may be. So anyway, we want to thank you guys for coming out and joining us. We hope you join us each and every fourth Friday of the month at the Broadway. I am Patricia, always a lady for anybody who don't know who I am.
I'm Sequoia, aka Diva on a Dime.
And I'm Keisha Porter, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
I need y'all to get a little bit.
I think they nervous. They scared. They're like, I don't know what to
But y'all
expect.
ain't even on camera though. Y'all need us to turn the camera around, y'all. Okay. Y'all ain't even on camera. Okay, so we just gonna have open forum. We want pretty much everybody to just have a good time. If you have something that you want to talk about, we have the bowl here. We're gonna have open conversation. We're gonna have a good time. The bar is open. The kitchen is open. So let's get started.
Yes. So, again, welcome to Conversations and Cocktails with Très Chic in the City. I want to just set down the etiquette of Conversation Cocktail. We want to respect everybody, so it's all love. Let's just make sure that we allow the person who is responding to the question to finish, and then raise your hand and we'll call on you so that you can make your point. We also we may go into some adult conversation, R-rated, but that's okay because we all over 21, right? Okay, just yesterday, right? We all just turned 21.
Like literally 24 hours ago.
Okay, and then also we want to keep your response to 1 minute or less. We do want to try to get as many people as we can who would like to respond. And then we would like to also not shout out. I know sometimes, especially when we get some of these in us, we be like, nah. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna give everybody a chance to speak, and then we'll have our turn. And lastly, we're gonna try to give each topic adequate time, but we're gonna try to move on when we feel like it's going too long, so that we can get more questions in. Is that okay with y'all? Yeah. All right.
Now remember, we're doing this each and every fourth Friday, and if y'all in our group or our chat, inbox us. Hey, I got a question. Put that to the side. This is what I'm coming with next week. If you don't think you're gonna remember it, inbox us, email us, DM us, so that we can put them to the side and get ready for next month.
And we'll leave y'all with all our handles, so
Y'all know how to get in touch with us.
you will find out how to get in touch with us. So let's do this.
Yeah. It's on you.
All right.
What we got?
All right, so let's see what the first question is.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
All right.
No, let's do that first.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out.
Okay, y'all. So in order for us to do this, we had to enlist a couple of businesses that sponsored us and helped us to, get this together in order to get this for you guys. So, Koya.
Yes. So our first shout out is to Broadway for letting us use this venue.
Yes.
So shout out to Broadway. So also with our nice little backdrop here, I'm loving it with this pink and this good glitter. Is DK Events and Design. So Miss Tanya Folks.
Stand up, New York. She has an amazing event company. So if you guys are looking for anything from bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, baby showers, wedding, she got you.
She got you, yes. So her handle is DK Event and Design on Facebook.
Wait a minute, hold on. I need y'all to pull y'all phones out. Now y'all found out about us through social media, and we need y'all to support the people who support us.
Facebook.
So can we please pull out our phones and follow the people who we shouting out so that we can give them love? And this is how we build communities. We follow each other. We support one another. So y'all, please let's support the people who are here to support us.
Do it for Très Chic in the city.
Yes, because we're all about supporting small businesses and people in the community. So pull out your phone, DK Event and Design on Facebook and IG. DK, so Delta Kilo for y'all in the military. Event Design on IG. And then none other than, you know, the photography, Mr. Ernest Smith Productions.
Oh, Mr.
Yes,
Ernest,
yes,
give it up for our production.
Yes.
He does a great job. He does plays. He does pretty much anything. He did our photo shoot for Très Chic in the city. He does family photos. He does anything you could think, photography and video. He does it. So thank you, Ernest.
Thank you so much. So you can also find him, Ernest L. Smith Photography fan page on Facebook and ErnestSmithProductions.com. So we wouldn't be sitting right here right now without these folks. So thank you, Broadway, Miss Tanya, folks of DK Event and Design, and Mr. Ernest Smith. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. We truly do appreciate you.
And of course, we got Wrist Denim. So I don't know if
Yes, we got Risk.
Wrist Denim.
For any of the premium jeans that fit you like, come on, Sequoia.
Oh, well, let me go ahead and model for you. You know,
These are Risk
I'm in
denim.
some Wrist Denim, and they got stretch, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I need a little bit of stretch.
Yeah.
So I love these things.
Yeah, and I'm wearing wrist denim too, so I got on the prop was to show off my boots too today. Wristdenim.com, check them out.
All right. So.
No, we
It
have
does.
Starlight events.
And yes, of course, we got Starlight Events that coordinated this whole event. So
Yes.
you can find them on Facebook as well, or
Instagram. And
Instagram
Starlight events with a Z.
with the Z.
Yes.
And
And
what's the
us.
Starlight? Yeah, StarlightEvents.com.
Yes,
And of course, you can
StarlightEvents.com.
find us. So I know y'all already following us. So
Y'all have to if y'all here.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna get started. Let's get into some juicy stuff. So what we
Okay.
got, Koya?
So the first question is it okay to have a best friend of the opposite sex?
Okay, for me, I don't see why not. Trust is trust, honesty is honesty, but it kind of can go both ways for me. I don't know. I don't know. I think it depends on you. It depends on your relationship and how you feel about it. So I don't know. That's different.
Only, I mean, if you married, I feel like if the best friend was there before the marriage, then, and you've already introduced your spouse or significant other to that person, and they saw what the relationship was, but after you already married, I can't see no new best friends. Because I'm your best friend.
No, of the opposite sex.
Yeah, no new friends.
You know, it's all about, you know, trust too in your relationship. Does your partner trust this person? Because I'll be straight up, my husband will be like, no, I'm not feeling that play right there. So, no, y'all can't be friends.
What do y'all think?
But what do y'all think?
Now, we ain't gonna have y'all sitting
It ain't even
there.
gonna happen. We will come straight out in the
Let's
audience.
have the guy say something first.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
think if it was probably introduced and you say, hey, this is my best friend, y'all probably introduced, and when I interact with each other, and you met that person, realize they just friends and that's going on, yeah, that's good.
Anybody else?
Okay, so to respond to that, what if they say, well, my best friend is my best friend, they got nothing to do with you. So why is it that we need to do an introduction and stuff?
Yeah, that's when the trust comes in like that. That means you trust him with them. So you take his word, you're like, why can't I meet that best friend? That's your best friend. If other, why can't we meet together? I might have a good time.
Okay, so with that being said, okay, we are in the day and age of social media. And everything is a fake and facade. So you can show up with me like, this is my best friend. I'm like, yeah, this is my best friend, we cool. But on the low, I'm patting you on your butt. Or I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so what kind of relationship
is it really, how would you really know that the best friend ain't the lover? Because look, it's a lot of older women in here. Oh, I'm not saying old, but older. We come from an age of women that know how to play their position. So we know how to get down where we, you know what I'm saying? We ain't finna
Get in
do
where you fit in.
Basically, I was about to say get down and lay down. But we now the age where the women now they trying to call the phones, the men trying to call the phones. So it just depends because some people can be so close that it's like they know how to play the game.
I got that spidey sense. I'm sorry. Like
Every woman
you
does.
know,
Every woman
if you
does.
don't feel right about the situation, If I don't feel comfortable, then it ain't gonna happen. That's just it. It's not gonna happen. And if you're in a relationship with a person who says it doesn't matter that you're uncomfortable with it, this person's gonna be in my life, then
No, that's not gonna
it's
work.
gonna
that's
have
not
to be
gonna work.
them or me, because obviously you don't care about how I feel. Because I'm not gonna be feeling uncomfortable. I don't want to have to be, hiding in the trunk when you say you're going in your gym bag, popping out. That's too much.
See, that's the thing too.
That's
With the
too
days
much.
of social media now, like, I think on one of the radio stations, they were talking about how people just FaceTime you out of the blue. So your significant other
You
be
did
like,
that to me the
yeah.
other night.
I did.
What did-
I had my bonnet on. I was like, who does this? Like, can I get some warning?
But
Your
I mean,
best
so
friend.
again, that trust factor though, because if
Yeah.
I got to do that, like, where's the trust?
Yeah.
So that
Anybody
can go
else got
both ways.
anything to say? Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said you would have to feel comfortable. What would it take for you to feel comfortable, especially if this person had a best friend prior to you?
That she's my best friend too.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
me
like,
and her,
hey,
that
best friend.
Because if him and her, and it's actually happened. That's an actual fact for me and my husband. When I met him, he told me he had a very close friend that was a woman, and she was married, and they had been in the Navy together, and they was really close. And once I hung out with her, and I got a vibe for her, then that's what made me comfortable, because and how they acted around each other, because when people are uncomfortable, or they got the side eye, or they whispering, and things are tight. It's a feeling. It's a tense feeling. Women, we got sixth sense, and sometimes we gotta just listen to it. We talk ourselves out of it. Oh, it wasn't that. It's not what I think. When you know what you know.
Yeah.
So if I feel like, hey, she's genuine and she's really just his friend, I'm cool with it. But anything else is not about to happen.
Yeah.
And I think my honey boo
I
knows that.
think you had a question in the back.
I don't know just what she said before she said it. It just depends on like if you communicate, hey, this is not making me feel uncomfortable, or I don't like this part or whatever. Because sometimes we can be insecure,
Yeah.
based on a past relationship. So if you talk about it and say, hey, I didn't like it, she did this or he did this, and you talk about it, I think it makes sense.
Can I ask a
Yeah.
question based off of what she just said? So when you say insecure from past relationships, do you think people tend to blame their gut feelings on past relationship insecurity, or allow a person, and I don't want to just blame men because women can do it too, allow a person to convince you that your own insecurities are telling you something that your gut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes?
Manipulation is what it's called.
Anybody can help? Somebody out there?
Look,
Can
y'all
I
got
get
them
some
drinks
feedback?
in you.
I think it's both. People reflect back to their past to learn how to maneuver for future situations. So it's a little bit of both. Sometimes I know women are very psychic.
Spider
That
sense.
what we are? Psychic?
Intuition.
Intuition.
But past relationships and scars can also cause certain actions.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's just only women? Do you think men can also?
Men too.
Men too, yeah.
So you got intuition.
So what is a man's spidey sense? Because we know what ours is. What is y'all's?
What is ours?
What goes off on
Yeah,
y'all when
man.
another
Opposite
do?
experience. Stuff we done seen in the past, and you see the same trend happen right in front of you again. Like, I've seen this before. I know what this is going.
Or the dirt y'all done did. Let's be real.
Exactly.
What'd you say?
I thought I was things that we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know when it ain't
So you
right.
see the telltale signs.
And we know men.
Yeah.
Men know men.
But see, okay, that's the thing. If men know men, why do y'all not let us know that we know women? So if I say,
Yeah, we talk.
she already wrong, and you like, no, she good. No, nigga, she wrong. I know. So what are we talking about here? So y'all spidey senses
That's
are
the
better than ours?
unknown. I don't know how to address that.
Exactly. Y'all don't want to
Right,
believe.
but
Y'all don't want to believe our spidey senses. Y'all think we're so emotional, or you're probably jealous. Come
well,
on,
we
dude.
think differently. We do think differently. Like men, we think kind of linear, a little more. I hate to say this word, but logical. Like we think based on actions, like you were saying, the pattern of something, and you guys can snatch something and can be totally accurate, but have no proof.
Just because y'all
Yeah.
don't see it.
We see
don't
it.
think that
We see
way.
the eyes. We see the body language. We see it all.
Okay, next question.
So,
Okay, that one was good,
yeah,
y'all.
that one was
If
good.
y'all have any extra, make sure y'all go to our page or go to our group and throw it in there. This is what I wanted to say, but I didn't get to say it last night, so I'm gonna throw it in here now. So that's good.
Okay. So, if someone has an affair while engaged, do you still marry them?
Ooh.
Whoa,
Woo.
that's a good one.
So I guess you must have found out about it.
Yeah. Do you still marry them? Well,
I guess I'll respond first.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? I was just watching something. Oh, that was the New York Housewives where the lady man did cheat on her, but she still married him because he got money and he got, you know, a status. And I was just like, is you crazy? Like, I mean, it's one thing to be married for years and somebody cheat and you decide which is more important, either your marriage, your morals,
Yeah.
wherever side you come from. But if he already cheated on you before the marriage, I think that's a proper opportunity to get your bus ticket and keep it rolling.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it's already setting that stage for what you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
I think a lot of women
In your
too,
relationship.
sometimes, exactly, in your relationship, because a lot of times we see this writing on the wall, but then we just kind of ignore it. And then when it really does show its face, then we like, oh, I can't believe he did this. But like Kevin Hart's wife, like I can't believe she wasn't expecting that.
because
And what's the other
start
one?
how
Latest
you
one?
finish,
Oh,
right?
Ray
That's
J,
what they
Ray
say.
J, and
Princess.
Princess. Like he was cheating on her way before they got married the whole
course he
entire
was.
time. So don't be surprised when it happens afterwards. That's because he's already established it.
What do y'all
else?
think?
I know y'all got some input. Come on.
Marry
We
him,
typing
yay?
hypothetically, maybe I know somebody, let me see what I can come up with. Like, let's hear it.
So guys, if the wife cheated before as a fiance, would y'all marry?
Run.
Who said that?
I want to say run. Now, she told you about it.
tough.
It's different when you find out about it.
But what's the difference
The
though?
difference if you went and found out, she would have never told you.
But it's still
If
the
she came forward
action.
and said, hey, this is what happened. I mean, she put it out in the open. It's kind of like you go from there. Like, you put it out in the open, hey, you take it and accept it, you move on.
Go ahead.
Okay.
If I'm cheating on you before we get married, then there's something that I'm missing. There's something that I'm not getting.
There's a void.
There's a reason I'm cheating. Women don't just cheat. We cheat. Well, most women, I can say. Women that just throw their little booty around. But most of the time, when we cheat because there's something that he is giving us that you want. So if I'm cheating on you before I marry you, you might need to run away from me because you're not giving
Give me
me
something.
what I need. You're not fulfilling, you're not giving me the total package, and I'm getting it from somebody else even before I marry you. So I agree with you, you might not need to marry me.
So what if you had a pre-relationship with somebody and was trying to cut it off with, and you met somebody that you wanted to marry, and you said,
What do you mean? I'm still cheating and I'm
no,
about to
no,
get
you
rid
had
of
a
it.
prior attachment, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you just didn't know how to let it go.
But then that goes
Then I
back
don't need to be
again.
married. I
Yeah.
don't need to be getting married.
Right.
And I need to work that out before I make the next step.
Okay.
Okay, well, I would have to say this. Most people get married, a lot of people get married for the wrong reason.
Okay.
So, I mean, a lot of people like to use sex as the only discrepancy that will, eliminate a marriage situation. But really and truthfully, it's a lot of things out within the relationship that you shouldn't marry a person for. If they're not fiscally responsible, if they talking to you crazy,
Financial
they
responsibility.
have emotional issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't marry people. And I think people lie to themselves when they say that I'm just not going to marry somebody because they had sex with somebody else.
So
People
is
do
sex?
it every single day.
No, they
Millions
don't.
of people do it. It's a lot of internal things people have to work out within themselves, to be honest.
Right.
So are we talking
Wait,
about?
he's got one. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, the initial question, run. Like, run.
He said run.
You stay with that run.
But to kind of go, not really go against what she said, how.
Uh-oh.
It ain't funny. You know how she said the other person is not giving you something, but it could be that internally the woman or man, whoever, is having their own issues and they just not ready to get married. So you
So
can
it's that
be giving them
internal
everything.
conflict.
Yeah.
Right. You can give them everything, But people who cheat, they generally have something going on with them, with themselves.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I think we don't take enough time to look at the situation, but we don't look at all the things around it, because sometimes people are having their own thing that they just can't communicate, because everybody's not a communicator. So sometimes we look at it like, you did wrong, you did, but you like, but why? Because if I'm giving you enough, or we're working it out, I have my stuff, you have your stuff, what's going on with you? We don't stop enough to say, are you okay? What's happening? Like, what's going on? So I think we need to do more of that instead of this, and more let me see what's going on
soul
with you.
searching. You gotta look at yourself.
Yeah. What we got?
So next is, what are men looking for in a lifelong mate?
Ooh. Men.
So,
And
men,
Ernest, you can chime in too.
what are y'all looking for?
A relationship that can be a two-way street. It
Okay.
ain't got to be one way.
Expound.
Expound, sir, expound, please.
How about our way?
So they said, elaborate.
Elaborate.
What's a one-way street to you, or not a one-way street?
Examples.
Yes.
I don't think a woman should have to be the only person to clean the house. I think
Will you marry me?
Thank you.
Good save.
Anything else? Somebody else? Another guy?
Peace.
What is peace?
Peace is everything ain't gotta be a fight. Like, being able to disagree and still be able to like be friends. Still, you want the fun. I think most men look for fun in a relationship. It has to have.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
Ladies, y'all agree with that? How y'all feel about that? Y'all like, but are y'all giving it? Is it happening? Like, what's up?
I think the fun is cool and all, but it's got to be a balance of fun and handling
The
your
business.
priorities.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if you don't have a balance in that, then yes, you're going to keep hearing my mouth. Because we like to get things done, and then you can go out and you can play, you can have fun, we can be friends and all that stuff.
So,
I think it's a combination though of like fun and priorities can be one and the same. You know what I mean? Like in my relationship, we both run businesses and we kind of compete that way. So things get done, but we're also kind of having a fun, friendly competition. And you still can be friends, getting stuff done. You still can be have fun. You still can enjoy your relationship and still get priorities. And I don't think one has to cut off so the other one can get done.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
I think, well, in our case, I love somebody to make me laugh. Because women like to laugh, but men like to laugh too. We don't want to, even when we stressed out, we want somebody to make us happy, make us smile. So that's important to me. And I think, in a relationship, you should be able to be with someone who makes you smile. Because otherwise, why are you with them if they don't give you, happy?
okay, so with that being said, I want to kind of come off of that. What are men looking for in a long-term relationship? Are men these days looking for a helpmate, a teammate, someone that can encourage them while they encourage the same, along with the priorities and the having fun? What happened to, the helpmate and growing and building together? Are men, ladies, have y'all encountered men, if you're single or the person you're with now, do they still want that, do you think? Or it has gotten away from them as far as, I'm doing me, you doing you, and let's come together and do what we do? Or is it a team helpmate thing? Because that's what our grandparents and stuff grew up on, and that's why we have, years and longevity of marriage. Have y'all experienced that, or experienced that in it? No? You think it's going out the window?
I think it's a role reversal.
I mean, it sounds nice and all, but it all depends on the man who you with. So if you got one of those southern guys, like one that I have, he's still in the mentality that, a woman's place is in the household. You can contribute and work as well, but you're still gonna cook, clean, take care of these kids and so forth. And and if I have to jump in, I'll jump in. But I'm not gonna be the main one to do it. That's gonna be your responsibility. So yeah, I think that mindset's still out there and it's still hurting.
All right, Keisha. She hood, y'all.
Detroit in the house. You got Detroit, Chicago, and New York.
And New York,
That is a
right?
combination crazy, right? So y'all know we bump heads all the time. Man, y'all don't even know. That's a sad
Look, behind the scenes.
Right. Okay,
I
so
think my last comment to that is basically what I said, two-way street. If you can't compromise together, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
well, compromise is big. It's just like communication also.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like,
And it takes work too. I mean, you can't just throw in the towel. You got to work for it. Then once, if y'all just can't work together, then go ahead and cut your ties.
deuces. Who we got in the back there? We're gonna come back to you, Ray.
So just to add a comment to that personally, like, so I do believe in the, the compromise and the sharing of responsibilities, but I'm also old-fashioned, and I'm from South Carolina, and I was raised with both my mother and my father, and there were defined roles in the house. The man was the man, and he did manly things, and the woman was the woman, and she did womanly things, so to speak. All right, I know the generations are different, but I still carry some of those characteristics with me because that's all I saw. Right, and I still get out and cut my own grass, unfortunately. Right, still wash my own car, but I'm okay with somebody doing that for me.
Right, exactly.
And I'm okay for cooking. I'm okay with cooking for you and bringing you your plate because I never saw my father fix his own plate. So that's embedded in me. I'm okay with that because I saw that my mother did her part, but my father also did his part. And there was never any conflict with what was going on in the household. See, nowadays women, we running it. We got our own and we independent and all that, right? But nah, boo, I still need you to get out there while I'm in here cleaning these bathrooms and cut my grass for me. I still long for that, and I don't know if that is. If I'm the only one in the world,
no ma'am.
I'm okay with the roles of a wife and a husband and a man and a woman.
So do you
Not saying that I can't do it. I'm capable of doing these things for myself, but is it okay for you to do it for me?
Well, do you think that we as women who are independent, because a lot of people in here I do know that are in military, do you think that having that personality of independence and strong-willed as a woman, and even entrepreneurs, when you have to get stuff done and you have to tell people what to do, you kind of almost confuse the guy about what he can and cannot do, or what you do and do not need him for? You know what I'm saying? We don't have the damsel in distress. We don't have the we don't have the softness to us. Okay, I'm gonna start over here and we're gonna go around. Okay.
It's like when I'm at work, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? So when I was in the military, when I'm at work, I'm at work. When I get off work, I want to, it's like I want a different atmosphere. I want a different aspect. I don't want to be that rah person because I did that so much from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m.
You want to turn it off.
You know what I'm saying? And I turn that off as soon as I get in the car and I'm on my way home listening to music or whatever. That's my mind frame to turn that off. Because at that point, as soon as I hit the door, I'm in wife mode. I'm in mommy mode. You know what I'm saying? So that changes. That atmosphere changes. So no, I'm not doing that whole rah. I did it all day at work. You know what I'm saying? With my family. So it's like when I get home, I want a whole different atmosphere. I want that peace and tranquility. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to have to. Damn, I gotta still. I picked up the broom at work. I gotta come home and pick up the broom too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? I just want that, you know what I mean, that peace. You're supposed to be my peace at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm your peace, you be my peace too.
Okay. All right.
I feel as if that, in these type of society, especially now, both partners have to work. There's no more single income type households. Just to make it, both partners have to work. And therefore, it can't be left up to one person to take care of everything. So that means that, if you cook one night, I cook one night. You know, you get the kids ready for bed, I get the kids ready for bed. But this thing where the woman has to do everything, and then the man, all he do is take out the trash, and every other week put the grass, and then that's all you got to do.
No,
No,
sir.
that's not the way it
No,
works. 'Cause I get up in the morning, go to work just like you do, and I come home late in the evening just like you do too.
I
So
pay
we're gonna have to
bills
work
just like
together
you.
to make this work, and not just leave it up on me to take care of everything.
I can
Okay,
agree with
okay.
that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Go ahead.
I just want to comment on the part where you said the independent women confusing people. I'm like, what do you want? Do you want to be independent, do everything your own? So don't get mad when you don't do it for you. You said you want to do it on your own. So don't put your foot in your mouth when you really don't want to do it.
Right.
So swallow your pride, humble yourself, and tell a man what you want.
Oh, wow. Was there somebody else over in this corner that wanted to, because I saw a few hands over here?
It was me. Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Wait, I think didn't you right here?
I did.
Okay.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know, having to be at work, making the decisions, being that A-type, being that independent, making the decisions for everyone. You know, I find somebody that when I get home, it's like, whoa, you're too aggressive. And I want to be the woman. I want to have somebody be soft and emotional towards me. I mean, hell, I go home to 2 cats. I can't even get this guy, you know, every 3-4 days. It's not okay to just reach out when it's convenient for you. So, you know, work is work. She's absolutely right. But we're not put in this world to be alone. Whether that just be a friend, a companion, somebody just to go home and talk to. And that's what I earn for. If I can't have a decent conversation, then carry on. You know?
Yeah.
So-
Simone?
And that's why I feel communication is important. Yeah, I know I'm at work and I'm making these boss moves and I'm telling everybody what to do, right? Because that's my job. But it's about communication. I'm very clear with the men I date and where I stand and what I need from them. I'm very clear. Yeah, I know it looks like I got it all together. I know from the outside looking in, you see the house, you see the cars, you know, you see the rank, you see me making boss moves, but no, I don't. I need a help me.
Yeah,
I need that.
That's what I was just talking about.
I need that every day. I long for that. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm capable of, but I need you. And a lot of women look at us and as if we don't need them. Au contraire. I need you. Not only do I need you to hold me and hug me and tug me, but
She said hug and tug.
I need you. I need you in a full circle. So I'm very honest with the men that date me or attempt to date me or what I need. And if you can't be that for me, then I'm quick to let you go and keep it pushing. Because I know what my needs are. And if you tell me what your needs are, I'm going to let you know if I can fulfill them. Because I'm going to be honest with you with the same regard.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Who has something to say? Okay, go ahead.
Back to real quick to the independence. Yes, aside from the fact that some of us are military, I don't know how to turn it off. Period. Because not because of the military, it's just how I was raised. My mother was a single mom. Worked from 2 in the morning to 11 at night, and I had to take on an adult role to take care of my siblings. So I don't know how to turn it off. Even when I was married, I had to think about when to turn it off. Because I'm asking him to do something, to move a couch or something. I'm pushing the couch like I got it. I'm pushing the couch. And he had to tell me, hey,
I got
let
this.
me be the man. I'm like, okay, my bad. You know, I'm opening my doors and he's like, hey, when we're together, you don't touch doors. It's just in me. So I have to do a self-check to say, okay, let him do it. Because if I don't let him do it, he's gonna sit back like, all right, you got it, you good. But it's just in me. So I have to find a way to throttle back. You know, there is a man in my circle. Because if not, I'm just gonna get in the front seat of the bus and I'm gonna drive it.
Right.
And you're not gonna be able to stop me.
And
You're gonna
lean
be
it to the
back
side.
like, hey, okay, but go do you. That's just it. So that's where the independence, it can be good and it can be bad. It can be so good that you're independent to where there's no man that can meet any standard that you have.
Yeah.
And then it could be it could be good, and it could be good, and it could be bad, because there's no man that's gonna meet your standard, whatever standard that is.
Well, let's see what the men
Yeah,
got to say.
okay,
Adrian, you had your hand up?
Oh, no.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Tony.
On her comment, problem is, I honestly, I feel like both people lose when that happens. Because everybody wants to be wanted. If you're in a relationship, you want to be wanted. Like, I mean, I don't understand why would you want to be in a relationship if the person didn't want something from you? So, I mean, I feel like if you have a problem with, like, you know, being in control, you have to constantly say to yourself, do I want this other person to contribute to my life? And if you do, then you have to make the effort, just like women want men to make the effort to change some of their, you know, bad habits or things that they, you know, they don't necessarily approve of. Well, you have to do the same thing. If you want that man to want you, you know, I say in a proper way.
Right. No, I was just gonna say, I think, you know, it's like, it's a balance. You know, you have to know what you want. I definitely agree with Simone in the back. Simone, I appreciate you being honest in the beginning, letting you know, a guy know exactly what you want, because a lot of women go into relationships acting like they don't want what they really want, and then when they're not getting it, it's like, well, he's not treating me this way, well, because you wasn't upfront and honest with them. And I think it is a really good idea for women to stay honest with whoever it is they're going to get a relationship with, because social media these days have allowed us to put on this facade like we are more than what we are, and then when it comes down to it, we have to break ourselves down and realize I wasn't who I said I was. Now, and what am I going to do? So I think it's about. Ooh, is she up here breaking stuff?
Wow, that's me working out, y'all.
I wanted
You
to.
mad?
I guess so.
I wanted to respond to something with regards to something you said. So my thing is that we have to set the standards from the beginning. Dating, I think people confuse what dating is supposed to be. For me, in my opinion, you date somebody to see if you guys can come to a agreement about what kind of marriage you might have. And if you get to a point where you realize that this person and me not going to negotiate, or we're not on the same page, then you don't keep wasting your time. And you don't, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't say, okay, today, and then 3 years later, now you mad because you gave in to something that you didn't really want. So when you talk about the equality of the household chores, or taking care of the family, or how you raise your kids, or discipline, things of that sort, those are the real things we need to be talking about when we dating. Sometimes I think a lot of people get so caught up in the sexual aspect, the lust aspect, how I feel when I'm around you, that we skip over the things that are important, that's going to make a relationship work, and we don't even talk about it. And then next thing you know, you married to this person, you living with them, you got your finances conjoined, and you doing stuff that you didn't even know, you wanted to do. So that all came from the saying a man, who wants to do, you to do all of the housework and I do all the outside work. If that's what you agree upon, then that's cool. But if you never had the conversation and you married now, and he say, well, look, I don't do this.
Well, you got to bring that to the forefront in the beginning.
Yeah,
okay,
and you got to say I'm accepted or not.
Yeah.
Hold on. So this can have so many layers to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the chat, the 10 things that you think you need to ask or do before you get with somebody or while you're dating. We're going to put that in there because we can go on and on. We're going to take one more, and then we're going to move on to another question.
What I was gonna say to what Keisha was saying is, by doing that, people aren't really taking into account. They're ignoring a lot of things. They say what they want, and they see certain things that they don't like, and they say, okay, I'll overlook that. I'll overlook that. But at the end of the day, you know what type of person you're dealing with from go. You see something that you don't like. They got some meat stuck between their teeth. They got their eyes is wandering when you talk to them.
Wow.
Already, and you overlook it, like, oh, he's so sweet. So you overlook those things, and then that's when you get to the part of, you done gather these feelings and you fall in love with this person. Now you're married. Then when you or when you get to that point, like, I really don't like the way his eye looks or whatever.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. But we're gonna. So somebody on our live, we want to make sure we give a shout out to everybody that's watching us live.
Yes.
What up, y'all? What's
What's going on, y'all? So Debbie Rodriguez said we need to be honest with ourselves in order to be honest with them.
Yeah.
So that's a true statement.
No, that's a very true statement. So shout out to you for that one. But we're gonna move on to the next one.
Next one, yes. So, what are men expecting from women when dating nowadays?
What are you expecting from us? So that's kind of like the longevity question. But really, what are men? What have y'all found that men are expecting from us these days? Me?
Is that what it's saying? Is it asking the men?
Yeah.
It's asking the men.
It's asking the men.
What?
What are you expecting?
I want to answer everything.
From women nowadays in dating.
Well, I'm not dating them. I'm
So, yeah.
But still.
My woman, I think what you're looking for, somebody you be compatible with, do I have a good time, you got to worry about having no problems. I kind of vibe on the same stuff when it comes to music, going out to different places, just enjoying each other. So,
But what are you expecting from her as a woman? Like, be real honest. What are you expecting from her?
you go out and have a good time. No complications, no, I got this going on, or I got this going on.
Do you expect her to give it to you every night of the week? Oh, okay. Well, that's honest. I mean, I have to ask because some men think that we're supposed to do it every night of the week. So, I mean,
There's something that did.
come
I
on.
think society is kind of a high expectation. Women are expected to be able to make money, look good 24/7, drop it like it's hot.
Yes.
So I do think the expectation in general is high, but I guess when you get down to it and really in a relationship, the expectation is to be able to, like on a day-to-day, like the person. Like,
Yeah, that's important.
can we like each other?
That's really important. Do I like you today, tomorrow, or the next day?
That's true.
So, what a man looking for, you gotta ask him what he's dating. Is he dating to have a good time for the night, or is he dating for a companion? If he's dating for a companion or a wife, he's looking for companion. He's not looking for the sex or what she could do. He's looking for compatibility.
Now, the question, we're going to go back to the question.
What are men expecting from women
When dating,
nowadays or courting?
Yes.
Let's put it that way. Okay, that's fine. That's your answer.
Okay.
Yeah. We want you to be all the way truthful. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a man, of course.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's get most of the men point. Ernest, what you think? Come on, brother, chime in with your white jacket on. Looking good over there.
I think all men want to be needed. I mean, I've dated women that got a lot of money and they act like they don't need you, and it's know everything. You can't tell them nothing.
So you need to be needed. Yes. I think that's a man thing. I think all men need to be needed. Whether you believe it in women or not, I hear it a lot from T.D. Jakes. Men need to be, when they feel like you don't need them, they check out. They gone mentally. They there, but they gone. So I believe that. Come on, Simone.
Well, most men aren't going to tell us that, and they're not going to show us that. So I don't agree. That's
what we're talking about.
That's yeah.
Then he's not a real man.
Like, I mean, you know, I need you to, I'm communicating with you, I need to talk to you. Like, if you need that reassurance from me, and a little extra, then just let me know that. I can give that to you. That's too easy for me.
I would say this, if a man is afraid to tell you what he wants from you, that's because he's intimidated by you. That's why he won't tell you.
I second that.
Okay.
If he really
Yeah, copy.
If he really wants you, he's going to tell you how he feels, because he wants the relationship to be right.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. You gonna read it?
I'm trying to see. Y'all, I wear reading glasses.
So we both do.
I'm trying to be cute and all. Okay. Ladies, are you okay if a man is seeing other women while seeing you?
Ooh.
Let's be honest.
Okay, wait. Go ahead.
It depends what seeing is defined as. Dating. Because, like Amy said, it depends on what you dating me for. Are you dating me to have a relationship? Are you dating me just to hang out? Are you dating me to get mad? Why are you dating me?
Right.
So if I'm just a chick that you hitting me, like, why should I care if you're doing somebody else? Because I'm getting mine. If I'm the chick that you're trying to be in a relationship with, then no, you're not going to be with nobody else. And if we just quote unquote friends, why do you care if I'm seeing somebody else?
Right.
True.
See, that's what we have to do. Wait, is that my turn? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. That's what this is my question, so I'm gonna chime in. Most of the questions are my question. Listen, women, I'm living this. Like I guess it needs to be defined what dating is, because when I think of somebody, it's because I'm old-fashioned, and don't judge me because of that, because it's all I know. If I'm dating. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm dating. When I become exclusive with somebody, I'm in a relationship.
But wait a minute, Simone, I got a question for you. When you say when I become exclusive, but are you guys exclusive together? Is that a decision that you've made together? Saying, hey,
that's when communication comes into play. But if I meet you and I say, and you ask me if I'm single, and I'm going to tell you yes, I'm single and I'm dating. That means I'm dating. I'm trying to find my life mate. I'm not closing myself yet to you. I'm gonna let you know that. But I think the expectation is that if a guy takes you out, then he's expecting you to be the only, him to be the only guy that's taking you out. When you don't talk to him but once a week, come on now. You know, like for real. No, you're not gonna be the only one that's taking me out if I don't talk to you but once a week. Or you take me to Applebee's. I love Applebee's.
Yeah, but you know what?
20, let's go. But you're not gonna be the only one if you're carrying me like that. So don't expect that from me. Like 100.
Okay. What you said?
Well, what I was gonna say is, the question was, would I be okay if they the guy for dating other women? If that's all I want at the time, yes, I'm cool with that. I'm being honest. I'm cool with it because I know what I want at that particular time. It may be something in you that I see like, okay, he's good for this and the bedroom too. So let me go ahead and get some of that until I'm ready to actually sit myself down and be with somebody else. So I'm just being honest.
No, I think it's a good point. You just have to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
But we finna switch gears just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope y'all ready.
Woo. Well, first of all, some people came in late, so I just want to reiterate the etiquette. We all grown. It's rated R. If you ain't over 21, you're in the wrong place. We about to go R-rated here.
A little R-rated. Look. All right. You ready? Can you read it?
Let me tell Chaplin, Virginia, if you're watching, this ain't my question. That's my mama, y'all. But so, how come if a man comes in your mouth, he doesn't kiss you right away with the cum still on your tongue? Why do you have to swallow it first? Well, I mean, conversation and cocktails it is.
You can spit it out first.
Okay. So
it's your bodily fluid, so
okay. So how come if a man comes in your mouth, he doesn't kiss you right away with the cum still on your tongue? Why do you have to swallow it first? Why am I reading?
Men, we need to have there answers.
I'm about to say, you can have to swallow, you can spit it out.
But if it's still on your, would you still kiss him?
Eat pineapples, by the way.
Girls trip. So really, is it nasty for y'all to continue the sex escapade?
Directly after?
Yeah. Why? Why? It's your shit. It's your stuff.
Okay, it's my car, but
It's a man thing.
So when y'all go, it's the stuff coming out of your body.
Hold on, we gotta keep
But if you go down on her and you want to go kiss her, you expect her to kiss you back.
Yeah.
It didn't say that. You said yes. Yes.
It's different.
And your stuff.
It's different.
Then that's on her.
I'm gonna need you to clarify that, Mr. Porter.
I can't explain it.
Okay, so why is it when men go down and you come up and you want to?
That. He already.
I had to dip off for a
I'm
minute.
gonna brush my teeth and wash my face. That's on you.
Okay.
And then you gonna be questioning her. That's when. I went down there.
I guess we ain't gonna get to the bottom of that.
Wait a minute. This should be open.
Go ahead.
I'm over 40. I don't care what nobody thinks. My question is, why is it still on the tongue? Either you gonna swallow or you gonna spit it out and keep it moving.
Look.
It's just that simple.
Okay, so ladies, why is it so hard for us to swallow?
Nasty.
But we're doing it.
Look, somebody said for who?
Why is it nasty? You already know what's gonna happen
When you get down
to that
there.
point. It's either gonna go down your throat or it's gonna hit you in the eye. Y'all saw
Throw it over the shoulder.
Insecure. You saw what happened? Right.
Are we grown?
Yeah.
Why we embarrassed?
Yeah.
Why we embarrassed?
This is real talk, real people.
What's yours?
But mine.
Amen.
However, comma, why we getting shy and he is because this is what goes down every day. Well, not every day.
It goes down every other day.
We got a hand over
Right,
here.
there you go.
So, I mean, she brought up a good point. The question is, we expect a man to go down, but we won't swallow. I don't know why you sucking dick. Somebody's gonna jerk you more than you ain't gonna swallow.
Right. So question
That's a
is,
waste. That's a waste of
why? Okay, so
They say it's
men,
good for your skin.
what do it do for you for women to swallow? What does it do for a man to swallow?
Absolutely nothing. Swallow or spit it out. And
It really don't matter. You already got the
it's out of
same.
me.
Oh,
It's not
out of
okay.
He says it's got a what?
him. He says out of him.
Okay.
I said, why does it matter if we swallow or not? Because most men want you to swallow, and I'm like you digesting it. It's not your. I mean, it's not your stomach.
I'm not trying to be like little kids.
Okay. I'm just saying.
It's more freaky, that's
She's
why.
smart. She really loves
It's
it.
just a freaky thing.
It's a freaky thing.
Well, I'm just gonna say, y'all, I'm going back to the little Kim era. That's why I wouldn't do it. Goddamn it. I don't want stuff in my belly. I don't want my stomach pumped.
Man.
Go ahead, Coy.
We're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on. Okay. So men like to have side chicks, but why can't they handle when a woman has a side dude?
They're not stronger than us. They think they are. Their muscles are strong.
It hurts their ego.
personality is strong. Their ego is strong, but they can't handle it. They ain't having.
It's because the ego is too strong.
Oh, it's because it's too strong. You can't handle us doing exactly what you did. What? Hold on.
Different strokes for different folks.
No, sir.
No. Some men can't handle it.
They can?
Some men can't handle it because to them, it eliminates the headache they think.
Wow. Can you
Elaborate.
Excuse me. Hold on.
I can explain that. At the age of 22, 20-something years ago, I was that man because I worked 24/7. I'm an 18-hour, 7 week dude. So if she got a side piece, that's good for me because you know why? I'm not giving her the full attention that she needs as a man. So if she can get it somewhere else and still give me attention, sister, do your thing.
That makes you a selfish person.
Yeah, thank you.
That makes you selfish. No, I don't care 22, 18, 15, 42. That makes you selfish. That makes you selfish.
At 22, I can be selfish. I ain't married and nor am I committed to no
It doesn't
woman.
matter. That's selfish.
I agree, but guess what?
But she's selfish too.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I didn't say her.
Thank you. At the end of the day, I've always been raised to be a man that makes sure that the woman can be happy no matter what it takes. So if she decides she wants to be with him, then I have to step to the side so she can be happy.
Not if I love a woman, that can't happen.
Well, hold on, I got a comment for that. If you love the woman, you want her to be happy, then you gotta do what it takes to make sure she's
Not
happy.
that way, man.
No, what I'm saying is, if you want her to be fully committed to you at that point, then you gotta do what it takes to make sure she's committed to you at that point. If you're not ready for a commitment, then don't commit.
Okay, so who next?
A couple of women, I never seen a woman line have a couple of men. Just, I don't know, just nature.
you said you never seen a woman what?
I said, a line, you watch the line, the Animal Channel,
Okay.
you don't see the line have a couple of female lines around. You never see the female line with a couple of male lines. So for me, I just think it's not to say it's right, but it's just nature, just the nature of the reason how men think. It's just the way you think. Not to say it's right or wrong.
I have a question. Is it that because when I hear women say that, I wonder, is it because women want to do the same thing?
No.
I mean, I'm just curious because when I hear that a lot. Well, women say, well, men, got all these women and but when we do it, they get mad. Well, my question is that something that you want to do, and you just saying, well, I'm a woman, so I don't do it because I love this guy, but I would do it if he said it was okay. I mean, I'm just like.
I will say I'm gonna respond to that because we was in that situation. So if you with a guy, if you're dating a guy and you like him, but you're not exclusive, and he's dating other women, like Simone said, you're gonna continue to date other men. So if the man gets mad because you're dating other men, but yet he's still dating other women, then that's
selfish.
It's not right. It's not fair. Because you haven't committed to me, therefore I shouldn't close my door of continuing to date. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're saying. Men didn't get mad at women because they're doing that. That's what I think whoever wrote the question was saying. Like, why do men get mad when we do the same thing y'all doing and y'all not committing to make sure that we're exclusive?
It's that sense of entitlement, ownership, the manhood, that feeling. My husband lives by the model of, if you can dish it, you should be able to take it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the people that are involved, can you handle it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think your the wording of the question was up because it says side chick, right? Or side.
Yeah, a side piece. Period. Men or women.
Piece. That would be different.
It says side chicks, but
that's different from dating. Like,
okay.
If you just dating,
you saying you're exclusive relationship.
You're exclusive, and then you got play the mashed potatoes. Like, everybody like mashed potatoes.
Right. They like macaroni and cheese.
Right.
And crab balls.
That's different. That's different. So that's not the same as what you were saying as far as the dating is concerned. But I don't.
Okay, so with that being said, so they didn't say married, side piece, side dude. They just said married. So I'm figuring dating. So I'm gonna leave this here. Then we're gonna move on. What is an appropriate time to stop dating somebody else when you're dating that person that you know that you like? So say if I'm dating my man, I'm like, it's 6 months, I'm really into him. I think I gotta step back from you. What is the appropriate time you ladies and gentlemen think that you should start saying, well, I need you to not call my phone after 9 o'clock because she gonna be here.
Go ahead.
When y'all both agree y'all in a committed relationship. Until that happens, it's all open.
Okay.
So exclusivity.
Until you both agree.
Okay, we got
like
back
that.
there.
I like that.
I think you gotta have a cutoff time. Other than that, you're just wasting your time. Why give your time to somebody that you never have to continue with?
So what if your cutoff time is not the same as his? Like she just said, you both have to say we're committed to each other. So what if your timeline is different from his?
That means you're not the one for him.
Bam. Bam. Okay.
And we have Mr.
I-
Anthony though.
Hold on, Mr. Anthony, we're coming back to you.
We're coming
bro.
back to you.
I just disagree with that though.
Which part?
She said that's obviously the person for you, but you don't know without a conversation because he could be, like the timelines could be different based on what we think. And then you say, hey, look, I'm going to be exclusive, and then you're like, you know what, I do too, and then cut it off. But it has to be a conversation before you just decide that, okay, this isn't person.
So communication needs to happen before any decisions is
And that's a
made.
great way to start a relationship anyway, communication.
Go ahead, baby girl.
A time where you set up for yourself to say, you know what, I can't continue to let this person drag me along until they come around with me. What if that never comes around?
So are you verbalizing that?
You always should.
Okay, so,
Definitely.
we agree.
He said he need to chime in.
Okay.
So, Mr. Anthony Bradford said, women are a man's key to life. Why discard her nature and make it about one's selfish behavior? That's not the rule of human law.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. We appreciate you chiming in. Anybody got anything to say against that?
Can you read that again, please?
Okay, so he said, women are a man's key to life. Why discard her nature and make it about one's selfish behavior? That's not the rule of human law.
So I think he's kind of going back when we were talking about as far as
The side
side chick, and you know, one of our viewers or out here was basically saying he doesn't mind. So he's basically saying you should mind. Why would you allow that? You know, they are your queens, your princesses, your key to life. Why would you allow or be okay? Because whatever it is you think that you're doing as a man, when evidently he feels like a man is here to take care of a woman and do what men are supposed to do. So we'll let him elaborate. You know, this is why we have the live going and the chat going. So if he feels different, he'll let us know. So we're gonna move on.
Yes. So, what time is considered too late when coming in from hanging out with friends and you're married?
Whatever time y'all decide.
What works for you?
If you set a curfew between the two of you, then after that, that's what it is. I mean, I don't think one person has to make that decision in a relationship. So, I think my husband kind of pretty much was like, okay, I was single for 10 years. I didn't even think it should have been no curfew. I was like, I'm grown. I should be able to come and go as I please. But because it had been so long since I was actually committed to someone, I didn't realize that was not acceptable. And when he said, listen, this is the time, I think 2 o'clock, I was like, okay, cool, that's what it is. So I really just think that depends on what y'all decide.
Yeah.
Like my mama said, ain't nothing open past midnight but legs.
Well.
You need to be in the house before then.
Before midnight?
Before midnight.
Okay,
That's my early.
Ain't nothing in the club that you need.
How you gonna not celebrate somebody's birthday or something? You know what I'm saying? Y'all having fun.
Y'all ought to eat. Y'all again. And then
Most restaurants close at
Anybody else got anything?
I don't think it should be a curfew. I think as long as y'all communicate back and forth, like, I'm on my way out. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all got that communication, I think.
Okay, you shaking your head no. So what do you think?
Okay.
Okay, then sit down.
I mean, it should be. Do you guys not agree? It should be a time, because what you're saying is basically that there is no time. So, like, if I know you going out with your friends, you know, for a football game or whatever, you know, I need to know what time should I start worrying. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute, how do
If
you
you
know?
telling me it ain't no time, then I can't sleep because I don't even know what time you should be come home. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
that's too open.
We're gonna get back to that because I have something to say against that. Go ahead, baby girl.
I was just saying, I agree. It's the communication, and it also depends on where you're going,
Where you're going.
celebrating, who are you with, those type of things. You know, I worry too. But if I know, okay, well, you told me you're gonna be here, you've checked in with me every so often just to say, hey, babe, I'm good. I'm okay. I can go to sleep at night and not be popping up every 30 minutes. Like,
Okay.
are you okay?
So you basically answered what I was gonna say to her, but so I'm gonna take it further. What if your man works and he is, you know, his own boss or whatever, and he's out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning talking about something, I'm working, I'm running over late. Do you think it should be a cutoff? When he say,
you need closing out.
If he's working, I don't know about that. If he's working out making money, I don't think, unless you say, hey, baby, you come up here and sit on the site with me, you don't think I'm at where I'm at. I don't think if he's working, then
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What time you working at? 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, we got a lot of sidebars.
I mean,
And
let's
I
talk
need y'all to
about
bring that conversation louder so we
So
can.
basically saying, you know, okay, we talked about, you know, going out, birthday parties or whatever. So it depends on where you at and what you're doing. Because sometimes when you're out with the fellas or you're out with the girls, you're like, oh, we're really having a good time. Look, I'm gonna be about another hour. Or you're just having a good time, you forget to call. Okay, but what if they're working? What if they have their own job, or you know they happen to get in the midst of something, or they're working out of town and they like, I didn't call you when I got back to the hotel, whatever. How do you feel about it? Because it's not really, coming in is not being next to you, it's checking in and making sure that you understand and communicating what's happening at the moment.
Then I'm in my feelings.
All right.
Okay.
You're not checking in with me, I'm in my feelings. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in my feelings.
Yeah.
Common courtesies. It's gonna take you a couple seconds to send me that message.
To
that
send me
says,
that
"Babe, I'm
text.
okay. I'm good. I'm still working, or I just got to the hotel." If I can't get that from you, I'm not the one for you. If you can't give me that common courtesy and that common respect, I'm gonna give it to you. I made it safely. I'm okay. Like she said, we worry. We're women.
Yeah.
You know, we worry about you. I'm not always wondering what you're doing and who you with. Sometimes I'm worried about your well-being.
Yeah.
You know, are you okay? Did you get in an accident? Did you make it safely to your destination? Are you working overtime? I'm okay with that, but just give me the couple seconds it takes to say, "Babe, I'm okay."
Yeah.
All right? Too easy.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that because it's just like common sense. So I appreciate
Yeah.
you pointed that out because everything is really like a common sense. You on lunch, you ain't talked to me all day. Did you eat a burger today, nigga? So when you unwrap that burger, let me know. When you was unwrapping that burger, you could have hit that call, what you think? What up, babe? I'm eating the burger. So, you know, it's just like common sense, and I go by the rule, you make time for what you want to make time. So, I think that's the last question, but we're going to go back into some answers.
I was just gonna say, as a caveat, you talk about, you know, checking in and stuff like that, but on the flip side, you still wanna be that person to reach out to them and ask, are you okay?
Right. Yeah, no, it's a two-way street. Because sometimes they just may be that busy, or they may be partying that hard.
But you better respond. Yes, you better respond.
But see, that's why it's important to know your spouse's schedule and have that already established, whether it be a curfew or whether it be what time they come home from work. Because we have a time, you know, we both could work late, but if it's 6 o'clock, I'm calling you, or I'm gonna call you. If he's working, he's into his work, and the time passed by 6 o'clock, I'm gonna call him, and vice versa. If I'm out and I'm doing whatever, and he don't hear from me 6 o'clock, he's calling me. So that is, you know, that communication. It takes time, but I know we finished. We're not gonna bring another question up, but I just want y'all to understand that this is I think it's therapeutic for a lot of people. I appreciate you guys coming out. I want you guys to continue to join in on the conversation on the Très, Chic in the City group. Feel free to post anything you guys, you know, come up with or think about. We're going to start this new thing about inboxing us if you have like a Dear Abby question or whatever.
Yeah,
and we
Dear
will
Abby,
keep it
Dear Très, Chic.
Yes, and it will be completely anonymous, so we won't tell who you are, but we'll post it and we'll post it for you, and we'll have other people have feedback. But I think sometimes the biggest thing for us as women, we do have to look in the mirror sometimes and stop pointing the finger at the men. If we're drawing people to us, we might need to think about the energy that we're putting out to bring to us those type of people, and open our mouths, ask for what you want, don't accept anything. That's my last piece.
Okay, so basically I'm a big person on common sense. Common sense makes a whole lot of sense. Communication is key to everything. I don't matter what you're doing, where you're going, what relationship you're in. But if you talk about it, you can get through it. You're going to get through it whether you end up this way or that way. If you communicate, you respect the person more than if you haven't did anything, because now you assume or you don't know no better. So that's kind of my last piece.
Yeah, my last piece is basically what we've all talked about. Respect is a two-way street. So if you want respect, you got to give respect. So that's all I got.
All right, you guys. So we want to thank everybody for coming out to our first Conversation and Cocktails at the Broadway. This was good. We want you to tell a friend and bring a friend. Every fourth Friday, we want to thank Broadway for allowing us to have the building. We want to thank DK Events and Designs, Tanya, for decorating our platform. We definitely want to thank Ernest Smith Productions for doing our production. So y'all look forward to our YouTube. Make sure y'all follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, and make sure y'all go and shop that big booty jeans.